Have you ever wondered what it feels like to witness the rise of a basketball legend in real time? Well, that's certainly what we are experiencing with Victor Wembanyama. This French sensation has swept the NBA, setting records and winning over fans worldwide. His transformation from a bright young player to one of the league's greatest players is remarkable. So are you ready to explore his journey? Let's go. The rise of a legend. Before entering the NBA, Victor Wembanyama was already a basketball genius. His journey to success started with his outstanding performances in Europe, where he won numerous contests and attracted scouts from all over the world. However, we need to go back a little further to understand what led him here. Victor was born in Le Chesnay, France, on January 4, 2004. He came from an athletic family. His father was a track and field athlete, and his mother had played basketball. Due to the influence of both his parents, Victor was much interested in sports. Before working on basketball, he practiced judo and played football in his early years. Later, his mother, a young basketball coach, taught him how to play the game. Victor was a standout from an early age, proving his basketball skills by the time he was 7 years old. After joining Nanta Le Chesney, Versailles 78, a local club, he began improving his skills. At an early age, his coaches discovered that he possessed a unique talent. The Nanta Time. In 2013, Nanterre became aware of Victor's talent after Michael Yard, the club's young coach, saw him sitting on the bench during an under-11 match, originally thinking Victor was a coach due to his amazing height. But guess what? This is where Victor really started to prove himself. He swiftly rose to prominence as one of Europe's most talked-about young players. Under head coach Pascal Donadou's supervision, Victor made his professional debut with the Nanterre 92 senior squad at the age of 14. Even though he only played in 2 games and mostly competed for the French Under-21 League, LNB Espoirs, and the Under-18 squad, it was obvious that he was destined for grandeur. He was almost 15 years old when he played in the Euro Cup, making him the second youngest player behind Stefan Petkovic. However, this was only the start of his remarkable journey. When Nanterre's Under-18 team participated in the Kaunas Adidas Next Generation Tournaments, or ANGT, qualifying competition in February 2020, Victor proved his abilities. In a victory over the Zaragoza Under-18 squad, he recorded 22 points, 15 rebounds, and an ANGT record 9 blocks. He led the tournament in blocks and won all tournament team awards in Kaunas, averaging 15.8 points, 12 rebounds, 2.8 steals, and 6 blocks per game. To take his game to the next level, Victor signed a contract to play for Centrale Fédérale in the National Masculin 1 and M1, as well as divided his time between Nanterre senior and under-21 teams in the 2021 season. Amazingly, he made his LNB Pro A debut against JL Bourg on September 23, 2020, getting 1 rebound in 4 minutes. Nevertheless, his journey was not without hurdles. Victor sustained a stress fracture in his fibula during an Espoirs match against BCM Gravelines Dunkerque, which kept him out of action for 8 weeks as well as prevented him from competing in the ANGT qualifying tournament in Valencia. But instead of giving up, he worked hard to get himself back on track. His efforts bore fruit, and following his 2.5-month absence, Victor started to get more and more game time with the senior squad. He defeated Orleans Lorette in May 2021, recording season highs of 14 points and 10 rebounds. Later, he won the Pro A Best Young Player title after starting 10 of his 18 Pro A games and averaging 6.8 points and 4.7 rebounds per contest. However, he made the decision to leave Nanterre after the season in order to take his developing career to the next level. Well, here, if we ask you, what do you think set Victor apart from other players? Right, his special blend of swiftness, talent, and stature. In addition to being tall, he was incredibly quick and had an amazing range. This made it easy for him to dominate the boards, shoot over defenders, and block shots. With an impressive 5.3 blocks per game, 9.7 points, and 9.8 rebounds per game on average, Victor led France to a gold medal in the FIBA U16 European Championship. His performance secured his position in the NBA and earned him the MVP award. Experts from all around the world started to pay attention, and he quickly earned the reputation of being the next big thing in basketball. NBA debut. Later, when the NBA draft of 2023 arrived, the San Antonio Spurs had their eyes set on Victor. The Spurs, who had a track record of producing global talents like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, recognized Victor as a player having the potential to transform the team's future. It was evident that the expectations were extremely high when they chose him as the first overall pick. Fortunately, Victor met all of their expectations. Amazing, isn't it? Well, let us tell you how. Victor made his NBA regular season debut on October 25th, scoring 15 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and blocking 2 shots in a 126-119 loss to the Dallas Mavericks. In his debut, he made 3 three-pointers, setting a Spurs single-game team record for a rookie. Later in November, Victor defeated the Phoenix Suns 132-121, scoring a then career-high 38 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Additionally, he recorded 19 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and 8 blocks in a 120-108 defeat to the Memphis Grizzlies on November 18th. Because of that, he accompanied Tim Duncan and David Robinson as the sole players in Spurs history to put up at least 8 blocks in a game as a rookie. As we can see, it was an incredible rookie season for Victor Wembanyama. He immediately established himself due to his special set of abilities, in addition to being an important player with rebounding and shot blocking skills. He was also a versatile player who could score from any position on the court. He was a nightmare for opponents because of his ability to defend the rim, handle the ball like a guard, and shoot from beyond the arc. Wemby's capacity to change and get better with every game was what really set him apart. He spent hours watching game footage, carefully analyzing his opponents, and repeatedly working on his areas of weakness. As a result of his commitment, he kept breaking records and establishing new standards. He led the Spurs to a resounding victory in their game against the Los Angeles Lakers, recording 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Moreover, because of his passion and hard work, Victor was honored as the 2024 NBA Rookie of the Year on May 6, 2024. The news shocked the basketball community because Victor received full support to get the prestigious award, making him simply the 6th rookie in NBA history to do so. It was truly amazing how he went from being a young, talented player in France to becoming the NBA's biggest young star. But this was only the beginning for Victor, as the applause didn't end there. Amazingly, Victor was compared to some of the best shot blockers the NBA has ever seen because of his defensive skills, which were evident throughout the season. In an incredible accomplishment, he joined the great Manute Bol as the only 2 rookies in NBA history to lead the league in blocks per game as well as total blocks for a season. His capacity to defend the rim and stop opponents' offensive schemes changed the course of the San Antonio Spurs game. Victor was also considered for the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award because of his outstanding defensive play. Even though he got surpassed by the seasoned defensive mainstay Rudy Gobert in the voting, it was evident that his presence on the court was already having an impact at the highest level. The 100-game milestone. Recently, when Victor Wembanyama reached his 100th game, he had already made a lasting impression on the NBA record books. In a victory over the Denver Nuggets on January 3, 2025, Victor scored 35 points, raising his career average to 22.7 points, slightly higher than Kevin Durant's before his 21st birthday. With 2,278 points, 1,053 rebounds, 386 assists, and 366 blocks, he surpassed the basketball greats like Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan. He is now the 12th player to reach that milestone before turning 21. LeBron James tops that list with 4,649 points in 186 games prior to turning 21. But it's not just about the numbers, it's about the effect Victor has on the game. Although this achievement is quite huge, Victor has continuously showed throughout his career why he is regarded as one of the league's most promising young players. From his first game with the San Antonio Spurs until his 100th, he has always given outstanding performances. Nowadays, he owns the record for most points and rebounds in a player's first 100 games. Given how fiercely competitive the NBA is, this amazing success seems all more stunning. In times of need, the Spurs turn to him since he has one of the finest shooting percentages among his colleagues and can score under pressure. His abilities to cope with opponents' attempts has changed games for the Spurs, allowing him to lead the league in block shots. He recently recorded 7 blocks, 35 points, and 18 rebounds in his 100th game against the Denver Nuggets, demonstrating his defensive skills and solidifying his place among the league's top rim protectors. Now, you might be thinking how Victor has reached such heights. Well, his exceptional work ethic has been a major contributor to his success. He is renowned for his intense training schedule and dedication to refining each aspect of his game. He always tries to improve, whether it is through analyzing game footage, polishing his post moves, or improving his shooting. He has gained the respect of his opponents, coaches, and teammates for his commitment and talent. Moreover, his basketball IQ is another distinctive aspect of his game. He makes wise choices on the court and has a solid understanding of the game. Victor's decision-making is flawless. whether he's taking a high percentage shot or making the right pass. This has made it possible for him to flourish as a playmaker as well as a scorer, frequently leading the squad in assists. So we can say that the influence of Victor goes beyond the numbers. He has swiftly become a fan favorite and the face of the Spurs team. He is greatly admired by the San Antonio City and basketball fans throughout the world because of his simplicity, work ethic, and dedication. His jersey is among the league's best-selling, and his performances have packed arenas. Off the court, he participates in a number of community service events and fundraisers. Young sportsmen and spectators look up to him because of his dedication to giving back to the community. As Victor Wembanyama continues to improve and grow, the sky's the limit for what he can achieve. He has the ability to rank among the best players in NBA history thanks to his distinct skill set and unwavering work ethic. He continues to surpass expectations and establish new standards with every game that goes by. He is truly a gift for the Spurs, and league supporters are eager to witness what the future holds for him. So there you have it, the story of Victor Wembanyama, the basketball player who put the NBA on notice with his unbelievable performance. From his early years in Europe to his NBA record-breaking achievements, Victor has established himself as an outstanding competitor. He smashed records, outperformed rivals, and left a lasting impression on the game. As he keeps growing, one thing is certain, the NBA has never seen someone quite like Victor Wembanyama. Well, what do you think of Victor Wembanyama's journey so far? Do you believe he will continue to dominate the league and set records? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Also, if you liked this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content.